Oh, I didn't unmute yet. Oops. Hi there. Hey, Val. Cool. There we go. Sorry, I was hitting the switches. Oh, it's starting up. Game is starting up. Hey, how you doing? Howdy, howdy. I was just saying it's been a minute since I've went, and I've been going pretty inconsistently lately. And I'm sorry for that. It's just hot, and I've been very tired lately, so I haven't felt like it. That's about it. It's killed a bit of my motivation whenever it's like 1,000,000 degrees out, and I'm like, I really don't want to get up. And I really don't want to do anything whenever it's like 1,000,000,000 degrees in my apartment. In fact, I'm gonna turn on the AC real quick. I just don't like using the AC too much because it's expensive. But I'll use it for a second. But yeah, I did a little bit of stuff off just because I didn't want to come back empty-handed. I did a bunch of trading. I mostly did a bunch of trading. So it should be, for the most part, pretty empty in these chests. Yeah. I didn't really leave it running at any point because I didn't want to, and also it's hot. But I did a bunch of trading, so I got all our gear back. So we should have like decent gear for the most part. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I think we have just basically all of our basic gear that we could want. Sword, pick, axe, shovel, hoe. Because we lost that at the end of the last one because we died. And then I made new armor. All of this armor has protection 4 on it. We also have feather falling 4. But I gave us just like some basic like protection 4 unbreaking 3 armor. Across the board. And I did a bunch of trading with villagers. Because I hadn't really restored him yet, but I did find someone who had protection 4. And then he also ended up unlocking feather falling 4, which was pretty cool. That's pretty much the main thing I spent my time doing, was all the trading to get all that done and to restore our emeralds back to where they were. Because it cost all of our emeralds to restore our stuff after we died. That didn't take too long, but that's what I did off stream. But I think what we need to do, because we still have all of the nether brick that we gathered from before. What we need to do is build these windows. Why are these on this side of my hotbar? Go to this side of the hotbar. Oh, I didn't make a bow. Oops. But yeah, no, that's what we got. We do need to chop down some trees first, I think. Let's see, how many logs do we have? How much building materials do we actually have? Yeah, we don't have a bow. I probably should make one. I'll do it off stream, of course, but yeah, we listened to Sonic 3. I wanted something a little more upbeat than what I originally chose. How you doing? How's it going, Joshua Caleb? I love the Sonic 3 soundtrack. It's very good. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're just grabbing some of our stuff for building. No, not the cobble. Once we get this building done, we're gonna organize our inventory. And all of our chests set up. Our chest up. There's a new gaming lab this year. Razer keeps recording batteries. Oh, that's not good. Oh god, I hope you can find one. I hope you can find one for good cheap. Well, I mean, I know you can't find one for like cheap, but I hope you can find one for like cheaper. I'm terrified of when my computer starts dying eventually, because you know that's inevitable. That's what computers do, they die. Like, this is just a fact of life. The computers don't last forever. Yeah, exploding batteries is a scary one. I don't have a laptop, but computers doing computer stuff scares me. The best laptop GPU you can get? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm dreading my computer eventually dying, because then I'm gonna have to save up the money to buy a new one, and I'm already doing saving stuff. Okay, let's get some cherry wood. We don't need a ton, we already have a stack. We just need a couple more. It started to run like shit. Oh no! Oh yeah, I don't know anything about computers, but I do know that I would never put anything near exhaust vents. I do know that is something I wouldn't do. I thankfully don't really have a need for any kind of laptop, because I don't end up carrying my stuff anywhere, which makes me very glad, because then I can just focus on just like having my one decent desktop and being happy with that. Because typically you can buy like a slightly better desktop that will last a bit longer, but for the most part, like I'm terrified of computer crap. I'm so afraid of like computer thing going wrong, because then I'm gonna have to figure it out, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Me no likey. I don't know anything about this. No, I spent forever clearing this out. Don't be growing new stuff. But yeah, my fun news was that I broke my headphones. They're still broken. I only have one working ear cup right now. But I'm using that. I already placed an order for new ones to come in. Because I had a spook in with a spider, a huge fuck off spider. And in my panic, I accidentally threw them off and then broke into them. And I had these for years, so I'm a little bummed out about that. But I ordered a new pair. Nowhere near as good as these ones because these were higher quality. But I don't want to spend that money. I don't want to spend that kind of money. That's what happened to me, because God, the huge fuck off spiders that I get whenever it rains are just the worst. That's what happens when you have a basement apartment. You get huge fuck off spiders. Every time it rains. Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of really good reasons to have a laptop. I thankfully don't have those reasons. Get a big spider too yesterday? Yeah, they fucking suck. I hate them. I'm part of the No Spiders Ever club. I'm a big member of the No Fucking Spiders club. The Fuck Off Spiders club. I get them pretty much every time it rains. I get them really bad. Of different varieties too. That's the fun one, is whenever I'm like, that's a new one, don't recognize it. Oh no, yeah, that's exactly what like my problem winds up being, is like I have to fucking catch up. That's the lawnmower guy. I fucking have to catch them, and then after I catch them, I'm like, alright, time to figure out if I should be concerned that I'm seeing you. Which doesn't help at all at the end of the day. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, it doesn't help at all, but like, it helps ease my paranoia when I know what type of spider I'm looking at. It doesn't make me happy about it. I'm still extremely freaked out and upset, but like, no. Yeah, I have a basement apartment, which is like my windows, which I have my computer in like the corner. So like if I build a demonstration, my Jesus Christ, I fucking hate it sometimes. So this is my apartment, right? Well, not my apartment, this is my room. This is my office that I have. It's just my room, right? And it's like halfway submerged. Where's my dirt? So it's like down here. And then my computer is like right here. So this is my computer setup. So this is where I'm sitting. And then right here is my windows. So I'm sitting here, I have my windows right there. And the ground is just like right here next to it. Like this is like halfway. And so they just drive the lawnmower like this, like vroom, vroom, and it's so loud. But they're just doing their job. I'm not like upset at them or anything about it. It's just what they do. I don't care. Clean it up. Do what you need to do. But it's very loud, especially in my spot. But yeah, so that's why sometimes we'll get that. Sometimes we'll get some loud mowing going. They start working at 6 a.m. So early. I don't know what time they start working here. My place is like really big, so they could be starting pretty damn early and they just get to me late. I don't quite know how they do stuff. I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, get early. I do hope that with like my next place I get a non-basement. Alright, we got one more tree we need to grow and then we can get building. I just gotta relearn how to build this particular window setup that we have created. I don't exactly remember. Big Sleepy. I'm just glad that I don't have to do lawn work. I fucking hate lawn work. I used to have to do some fucking... Used to have to do the shit out of some lawn. Okay, so... we need stairs and slabs for the windows. Stairs. Okay, yeah, have a good shower. And slabs. I'm gonna switch these out with more stairs, by the way. I just like this more with stairs. Doot, doot, doot. There we go. Okay, and then this goes here. Bump, bump. Bop, bop, bop. Bump. 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 Nice. And I don't have any azalea leaves on me, so I'm gonna have to fill that in later. Okay. And then you want to tear out the leaves, the stairs. I'm gonna use a little bit of that. I am excited. It is almost, far out did we reach this? One more than this? Yeah. It's almost time for a new Atelier game to come out, and we'll be playing that when it does. So here probably soon we'll start playing a Mega Man just to transition over. Not immediately, but I'm pretty hyped for that. I get pretty thrilled every time we get to play one of those. Sorry, I'm just like making sure that I know exactly how I'm gonna handle building this. But yeah, it is almost Atelier time, which is my favorite time. This one I think is gonna be a lot smaller because it's just a remake of the first game. Which is gonna be interesting because I've never played the first Atelier game. So that has me excited. Because the series, the Atelier franchise has been around for ages. It's an old franchise. This is just the first time that we're getting... Is it the first time we're getting... Yeah, the Marie remake? Yeah, we're gonna play in the Marie remake, and I'm excited. Marie remake? I don't know what to call it. We're gonna play it, though, whatever it's called. We are gonna play it. And I'm super hyped. I believe it'll be short. I know they're adding in a bunch of new stuff, but like, if I remember correctly, originally it was like a 10 to 15 hour game at most. So it'll be nice to have like a small one we can dive into and just play a quick little RPG. I'm gonna turn off the AC. It's cool. I'm excited. I'm super thrilled for it. We're not gonna be able to get a physical version though. We're not doing a physical version in the West. It's gonna be only digital, which is a bummer. And I like buying my games physically whenever I can. I have all of the Ryza games physically. And we all know I like Ryza. Did I not finish? Oh no, I need to tear out all of these. No, I was in the middle of tearing these out. That's what I was doing. Ah, that's not what I meant to do at all. Stop falling down, me. We need to get ender pearls. What am I doing? Doing this the hard way for no reason. But yeah, I'm very excited to play the Atelier Marie remake. It looks super fun. I like how it looks more than how I like how the Ryza games look, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, I like the Ryza games a lot, but their aesthetic feels more ambitious than they are capable of. I was needing something. What were we grabbing? We jumped down for something very specific. I had something I wanted to get. Stairs. I wanted stairs. There we go. No. No, get out of the crafting bench. There we go. I don't have any azalea leaves, do I? No, I only have flowering. I have a bit of azalea leaves. Not a lot, though. Not enough. That's fine, though. This needs to be torn out and replaced. For bricks, by the way. We should have done that a while ago. Let's just tear it out now, and then we'll brick it up later. Do I like chai? I do like chai. I haven't had it in a long time. I very rarely have chai, but I do like it. I do think it's pretty damn tasty. Fuck, I keep on falling down. But I do enjoy me some chai. Ender pearls. Man, I'm just forgetting everything. Okay, let's get rid of these shears that are gonna break anyways. How you doing, TRM? Hello. I want pearls. Shit. Too much stuff in my inventory. 1 second. Okay, cool. Want pearls. Want pearls. You don't sell pearls. Give me pearls. There we go. I want to get more into the habit of using ender pearls for everything. I have a chai latte this morning. That sounds so good. I have green tea over in my kitchen, but I don't want to make tea. It's too hot for tea. I love tea so much, but I don't want to drink a cup of hot tea in the summer. Right, we need to throw some stuff in here. We'll just store any kind of bone meal type stuff that we have in here. There we go. Inventory cleaned up a little bit. This does make things a little more complicated, doesn't it? I see where I messed up. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is not what we want at all. What am I doing? No, I forgot the slabs. I meant to bring slabs up here so we could slab everything up. Damn it. I mean, I don't know any specific names, but I'm familiar with the type. They all wind up being the same thing in the end. I need slabs. Wop. And we can just kind of build our way up. We're gonna do that. No, not upside down. Bing bong, bing blong. There we go. Bling blong. I mean, it's a small world. You know what I mean? You're gonna bump into people everywhere. I don't know, planet's tiny. Okay, it is there that I'm thinking of. Oh god, what did I do? Hey, Shadow Mage. Yeah, we listened to a bit of, no, that's all good. We listened to a bit of Sonic music. I like my Sonic musics. How did I do this last time? Oh, there we go. You know what? It's not that complicated. You go bink, and then bonk. I didn't bring... I forgot to bring, lanterns. Shit. I need more lanterns than that. Where's all my other lanterns? Your batter goes hard? It sure does. God, I love... Honestly, one of the things I'm most excited about getting a new 2D Sonic game, like a new classic Sonic game, is some new classic Sonic music. I know it's like a billion years later and it's not gonna be the same kind of stuff because it's just like, you know, new times. Damn it. But like, I do love me some good Sonic music, and I'm excited to get more. You never played a full Sonic? I mean, that's fine. I love them, but like, I'm not gonna say that like, especially nowadays when you have so many options for games that are like better, that it's like a must-have, right? I personally absolutely love them. Sonic games are some of my favorites to play, but you know, I'm not gonna be on the side of like, you've never played a what? There's too many games for that kind of attitude, just to give people like a, how have you never done X? And it's like, there's a billion games out there. Quite honestly, there's a billion games that are probably better. I love Sonic games. I adore so many of them. I adore more of them than most people think are good. But like, you know, I don't know. There's so many good games out there. It's okay to miss Sonic. Oh yeah, I love the gameplay of Sonic games. I do understand a lot of people's dislike of a game whose entire premise is like, you're gonna suck at first and you need to get better by like memorizing and learning. I understand why people hate that. I think it's neat and I think it's fun. I also don't think it's as much of that as people act like it is. I think like the problem is there's just a lot of bad levels. There's just a lot of bad Sonic levels out there. But for the most part, like, I don't know, I like Sonic. I think he's neat. Man, I sure don't know how I have this other side arranged. How do I have this? Why would I say something so controversial yet so brave? Saying the word Sonic is controversial. There are a lot of bad Sonic levels, it's true. Listen, I hate to admit it, but there's a lot of bad Sonic levels. Not every Sonic is a banger. I just don't think it's as big of a deal as a lot of other people do. I think that's the real difference, is how big of a deal you make how bad they can be. And I personally don't think it's all that big of a deal. I'm gonna like fix a bunch of these roofs real quick, so that way they all match. Because holy crap, there's like some differences and disparity between how I have a lot of these roofs designed, and I want to make it consistent. I'm excited for a new Sonic game. I'm just annoyed that it's coming out like the same fucking time as the new Mario game, because I really want to play that too. That looks really fun. Mario Wonder. I wonder what it's gonna be. It just looks fun. I don't know. Mario Wonder looks fun. You know, I was really excited for Sonic Frontiers, and then I just didn't play it. Isn't that weird? Okay, yeah, there's something I did wrong over here. Yeah, Mario Wonder? Yeah, you can always go back and play it later. Exactly. Or in my case, not play it later, but think about playing it later. Because I don't have time for all these damn games coming out. But no, I'm excited. I love 2D platformers, I just don't play that many of them. There's too many games. Please ignore all the live service games that are being shuttered. Yeah. Yeah, there's not that many of those I get hooked on, though. For me, like, a lot of the live service, and anytime I see, like, microtransactions kind of in my face, and anytime I see, like, a battle pass, it's very much like a... I know, a hot take, it's very much of a turnoff whenever I see those. Not that I'm, like, against them being there in any capacity, it's just, it makes me very much be like, this is too much. I don't want to have to think about this stuff when I'm playing a game, so I just don't play those games. 'Cause I'm like, I just want to play my game and not think about that. Just having purchases thrown in my face very much breaks the mood for me. I'm also very immune to the FOMO of it, like, it does not really affect me all that much. So, like, I'm not the person they want to advertise that stuff to anyways. And like I said, I'm not entirely against it as long as you're not being too egregious, but it is going to make it to where I really don't care about your game. I think, like... Chocobo GP is like a huge example of like what happens to my brain whenever you do that. I go from being like super thrilled to immediately like picking up the game and being like, I don't want to play this anymore. And then I never even like play it more than like 10 minutes because I'm like, this makes my brain not want to be here. Too overwhelming. A lot of the tactics used to enforce that kind of shit too, like, is very, like, not... It makes my brain unhappy and not able to focus, so I tend to, like, not play those kind of games anyways, because that type of UI exhausts me. So I guess that's a benefit of my... Yeah, no, I saw that. That's kind of why that came to my mind, is I'm like... I'm glad that they did that. Probably because it didn't seem like it did very well as a live service game. Yeah, Chocobo GP's back in Pog form. But yeah, thankfully, my brain being unable to handle that much random information being thrown at it, in an attempt to overwhelm it so that way I make hasty purchases, does not work very well against me, because whenever I receive that, I just get tired and I'm like, I'm not doing anything. But thank God that my version of low functioning brain does the opposite of what they are trying to take advantage of. I mean, like, I'm not entirely against it. I'm just against how a lot of people wind up doing it. Right? Like, it's not inherently a bad thing. It's just it's a process that's easy to use in a bad way. I think there's a lot of games that, like, couldn't exist without it. Stuff like that. Like, I play a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel a fuck ton, and I honestly think that's a very good live service that doesn't feel shitty. Which is weird to say for Konami, because it's fucking Konami, but I think they have, like, legitimately, I think they have, like, one of the best live service models out there in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Very weird thing to say, I know. Co-money. Okay, I need to put these lanterns down. I don't like having just 2 lanterns taking up an entire slot of my inventory. Fucking co-money. Yeah, it's different for certain types of gameplay. Exactly. If you are if you want to be a heavily multiplayer focused thing, then I feel like that is something you kind of just have to do. Like, I know we would all love for the DLC model to be the thing, but like the DLC model has a bunch of its own problems. Oh yeah, no, exactly. That is exactly what I mean, though. There's like, there's ways which it is needed, and then there are ways which it's like clearly they want to do the thing because it's the cool thing to do. And one of those things was Chocobo GP or GT, Chocobo, the Chocobo game, whatever the fuck it's called. Chocobo's clustered fuck. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Grand Prix. Fucking rev up your deck. GP, yeah, that's what it is. You please stop. Yeah, I was so excited for that game, but like all my Steam for it's gone now. Like all my Steam is so aggressively gone for it, which is such a bummer because I was so hyped for that. But like, even them releasing the non-live service version, I just kind of am like, the hype's already gone. My interest is already faded. Okay, I want to get some saplings from here. Although from what I heard, there was actually like a pretty fun game underneath there. I think I did like one race and I didn't know what was going on, and then I tried navigating the menus to find like a way to learn, and I didn't understand I could not navigate those menus at all, and that's when I stopped playing the game. Because I absolutely despised how the menus felt. Navigate. I'm very big on like menus. Your menus should not be frustrating. If your menus are frustrating, I'm gonna hate your game. I'm sorry. I just want to find like a single player training mode or something. I remember just being like annoyed at how much work it was to just find what I was looking for. Never play Warframe? Got it. That sounds vaguely familiar, but the images that pop in my head sound like the kind of games I wouldn't be drawn to anyways, even if I would enjoy them. I have a very specific aesthetic that works for advertising to me, and a lot of games aesthetics, even if I do wind up really liking the game, just don't draw me in because I'm one of those people where I'm like, this isn't cartoony enough. My brain cells aren't firing. Even Armored Core 6, which I'm excited for, is doing nothing for me because I'm like, nah, it's not cartoony. Which, I don't know if we're gonna play Armored Core 6, but I do like Armored Core. I don't know, I played a bit of Armored Core back in the day. I did not realize that was FromSoft. Until like way later. I played a lot of FromSoft related things before I ever played a Souls game, and I didn't realize that until after I played like Dark Souls 1 and 2 and Bloodborne. And I was like, oh, a lot of these guys helped Tenchu in Armored Core? What? Which, if none of y'all played Tenchu, Tenchu's cool. It's not a Souls game. Tenchu is some bullshit. But I do like it. Tenchu's fun. Tenchu's really cool. Like a ninja-y stealth game. This is not gonna be enough leaves. New Armored Core does look fun though. We'll see. There's too many, like, I was planning on playing it, but then the Nintendo Direct dropped and I'm like, oh no, there's like a billion other games that I'm more interested in than returning to Armored Core. So, sorry Armored Core. Nintendo happened. Oops. Says the game industry. Oops, a Nintendo happened. What does this look like if I put it on here? It's not as high as I would want if I do that. How did I wind up with a full block? What did I do? I don't know. If it's not Dark Souls-fied, we'll have to see when it comes out. But FromSoft doesn't seem very. They seem to not give a shit. And I mean that in like a good way. Like they really could not care less what people want from them a lot of the time. At least from what I've seen. Or like how people are going to react to their thing. They'll be like, we're doing what the fuck we want. Like, there's no way Sekiro would exist if they were trying to appease Souls people. Sheldon Ring feels chaseable. I think Sheldon Ring is a lot more something that the creator really wanted to make. And he thought maybe open world was... Because it does everything that open world games try to avoid doing. I don't know. I don't like open worlds, but Sheldon Ring does it in a way that I find intriguing. Young Sheldon Ring. Damn, I'm really rusty. It's been taking this long to install a couple windows. I need to play Sekiro still. I really want to play it. Sekiro looks like a lot of fun. I love Bloodborne. It's definitely my favorite thing of theirs that I've played. I know, that's like the hottest take in the world that no one has ever had. That Bloodborne is their favorite fucking bullshit, dumbass, throw yourself at a brick wall and die 1,000 times game. But it is. It's not perfect. I think I think the only perfect healing system that the closest thing they've ever had to a perfect healing system is Estus flasks from Dark Souls. Let me drink that Sunny D, you know. I just installed that completely differently there than I did on the other ones. I think it looks better that way though, so I'm gonna change that in all the windows to match. Dark Souls 2 is neat. I don't know. I'm not deep in the Souls goop, so I don't really have that much of an aversion to Dark Souls 2. I thought it was fine. I didn't like it as much as 1, but whatever. I had my fun with it. I don't know. I'm not deeply engrossed in the nuances of Souls stuff. I don't know. I think maybe if I was more invested in all of the deeper mechanical whatevers, and I'm like, I don't know. For me, Souls games, I throw myself at the brick wall 1,000 times till I slowly learn it, and then I move on. And then, oh, see, I don't even look for cohesion or connecting, because I fucking can't stand that kind of storytelling. I hate it. I hate it so much. So I don't even bother when I'm playing a fucking FromSoft game to follow what's going on. And I know that's a huge sin for people what? But the lore in the... I'm like, I don't care. I hate how this is told to me. I cannot stand how this is told to me. So I just throw myself at the brick wall, and I love existing in those worlds. I love being lost in the environment and seeing where it takes me next. I'm very much along for the adventure of a Soulsborne game. I could not give a shit about what's going on. I cannot explain how much I absolutely despise their type of storytelling. I really do. It makes me angry, hearing of how you learn the fucking story. Everyone's like, that's so cool. I'm like, no, it's not. That's stupid. I don't know. I'm not big on the storytelling of Souls games, and I love Bloodborne. That's usually people's favorite part of Bloodborne, and I fucking hate it. I love Bloodborne because I think the gameplay is the best and its vibe is the best. I love the vibe. It's so good. I mean, I know that's mostly just super epic MLG gamers who get mad about having different opinions on that kind of a thing. I quite frankly don't give a rat's ass what they think. So it's whatever. But what do I know? I read One Piece. My opinion doesn't matter. I read One Piece. Supposed to be higher. Oh. Okay. Confused by that. Yeah, like, I like environmental storytelling, but, like, you can't tell me, like, you're gonna put, like, an entire fucking, like, Lord of the Rings book exclusively through fucking tidbits on a ring and, like, a corpse in a dungeon somewhere and expect me to piece all that together. I'm like, no. That's not what environmental storytelling is for. That's just infuriating. I just think that's dumb. I'm not gonna do that, sorry. Metroid is a good example. Metroid Fusion, amazing environmental storytelling, and I completely adore everything about how that game does it. That game's environmental storytelling. I know Super Metroid as well, but like Fusion just kind of doubles down on that stuff, which is why I point at Fusion. But like Metroid is fantastic at doing that sort of thing. So I guess shoutouts to Metroid. Hot take. Metroid's a good game. Also, yeah, One Piece is good. I like it. It's definitely one of my favorite stories I've ever read. 100% get why people don't want to read that much, though. It's a fucking lot. I like it, though. Oda does his best to portray a lot of important things. Sometimes fudges it up, though. I will not lie about that. As much as I love Oda's wholeheartedly trying his best to do good LGBT portrayal, good fucking portrayal of like anti-racist shit and all that, he's very flawed with how he does things. He slips up in quite a few ways, ranging from very small things that are ultimately like, whatever, to like, don't do that again. Oda, what the fuck, dude? But for the most part, he is always trying his best to improve, handle things better the next time, and wholeheartedly try his best to put positive portrayals out there, even if he isn't always perfect at it. And he's always trying his best to get better at it, which I think is like a big deal. He's not like stagnating on, he's not doing the Netflix special, you know what I mean, where it's like, I was progressive at one point, but now everyone's against me because I chose to like hold shitty views instead of get better. Call that one the Netflix special. That's what you say when you get a Netflix special. Also, that's not what I love about One Piece. That's usually where, like, my biggest problems with it come from. But for the most part, I think he does do a fantastic job. It's always, like, my biggest disclaimer with One Piece is like, hey, he's trying his best, and he does, for the most part, just continue to get better and better and better with how he handles that kind of stuff. But he slips up pretty hard sometimes. But he does definitely, you can feel that he's trying to his best to be positive, which is good. We need more fences, yeah. Yeah. He has a lot to say about a lot of things. He's definitely the kind of guy who, like, if he was not an artist, he would be a political activist. He would be a very, like, fucking socialist, like, leftist fucking activist if he was not writing fucking One Piece. You know what I mean? If he went down a different route in life, he would be on fucking Twitter. He would be a very angry politician. Or maybe he wouldn't be. Maybe he wouldn't be. Maybe it's because he's drawing all the time that he's constantly thinking about this stuff. I don't know. I don't know about his life. I just know that I like his storytelling, and it's so blatantly fucking political that when people say it's not political, it's the funniest shit in the world to me, because it's like, god damn, you're fucking blind. You were choosing to be blind as fuck. Fucking literal drums of liberation, fucking not political story. Yeah, no, I find it funny. I don't really engage with them because I'm like, I really don't care. I'm not gonna be the person to convince you. You wouldn't listen to me even if I did put out a good argument, so whatever. I just find it funny. I find it very funny. I mean, like, yeah, it's very hard to make art that's not political in any way. I think the problem is, like, not the problem, but, like, the part where people are, like, not political is, like, usually it's like, no, you just agree. It's just, he's saying something you agree with, so you're saying it's apolitical. Or you're just, like, it's thrown in a context where you agree and you're not equating it to, like, the real world where it contradicts you, because that you don't agree. It's usually where looking art not being political comes up. Not to say that it's impossible for non-political art to be out there, but like, when you're making art, it's gonna be based off of your own experiences and internal thoughts and things like that. So whether you believe it or not, you're placing your beliefs into what you're making, and if you're gonna do that, you're gonna be putting... Where did those logs go? Oh wait, no, those weren't logs, that's why. You're just putting your beliefs and how you feel about things into your art. So even if it's like something small, like choosing to talk about something or even bring it up, whether or not, like, I don't know. It's a very, like, nuanced topic, but, like, most of the time, basically, whenever people are saying something's not political, it's like, no, you agree with it. Or it's framed in a way where you understand it. Yeah, they cast a trans VA as Yamato, which is fucking dope. I don't know anything about the casting of the anime because I don't follow the anime, but that does make me excited. Because I like Yamato. I think he's so fucking cool. He is definitely not an example of Oda having wholeheartedly his heart in the best place, and he kind of slips up in a couple places, but ultimately, I love Yamato, and I think he's fantastic, even though there's like one or two things where I'm like, you could have handled that a bit better, but I'm not going to get uppity about it, because for the most part, it's just shitty people who are being problematic about it. I'm looking for logs. My inventory is like cluttered, and I'm like 30 different things that I'm planning on doing in my brain at once. Yeah, I saw that before I started to stream, though. I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't know who you are, and I don't know anything about the dub, but I think that's cool that they hired a cool they hired the right person to do the job. Take a One Piece break at the end of Wano. That's a good place to just take a break anyways, so maybe it's for the better. I ultimately do love Yamato though. I think he's a fantastic character. And it's not very often there's trans men in anything. Trans men really don't exist in the cultural, what's the fucking word? Vision thingy. God damn, my brain just turned to mush. So it's cool to see one, even if it's like a trans man who very much does not bother with appearing masculine, which I think is great. It's just kind of mixed with other things. It's kind of like, I wish we could have another one who could be more blatant. Which sucks to say, because like, whether someone puts effort into appearing masculine or not should not fucking matter. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid going into spoilers while also explaining why I'm like, I kind of wish. I hate that though, because I hate saying that. Ugh. It's very much not because I think we need trans men to fucking look like cis men. That is not why I am making this stance. It's very much specifically for how vague, not vague, but how like kind of strangely Yamato is handled. Yeah, zeitgeist, that's the word. I don't think Oda meant to be like accidentally misgender my own character. I think he just like was like, I'm going to draw feminine looking characters here. And clumped Yamato in that group because Yamato is like one of the most popular characters at the moment. Not saying it was a good idea. I just don't think it was like as blatantly shitty as like I'm going to now be shitty to my character. I don't know, like Yamato's tricky because we've spent so little time with him. He's a flash in the pan, right? Like he shows up during one of the most chaotic, like there's so much shit going on moments in the entire story and is gone the moment that shit's over. But like, also, yeah, no, it wasn't great. Yeah, oh, he absolutely should have known better. Like, I'm not saying, like, leave him be. Like, he definitely fucked up there. I just don't think it was as, I don't think it was, like, as hostile as some people were treating it as. I think it's very much in, like, a... he didn't think this through far enough. I think the problem is, like, because he's, like, an older man, he's trying to... he has to consciously be good. And he definitely wants to, but I think it's, like, something that he has to consciously remind himself, and sometimes just something will slip through. I think he's trying his best, but sometimes something will just slip through. Which is not the best, but, like, that's kind of how I see. Yeah, no, like I said, like I was saying, there's times where Oda slips up, and it's not good. But I think overall, it can't be argued against... Fuck, how do I phrase the sentence? Like I was saying earlier, he's wholeheartedly trying his best. He really cares about, like, doing his best to have positive portrayals in media, in his media. It's just sometimes his best slips and gets really fucking shitty. Which is weird to say. But that is what happens sometimes with him. Oopsie poopsie, he did a fucky wucky, as the kids like to say. Yeah, oh my god, like that kind of is the thing why like I forgive Oda even through like a couple things that he's done that are really bad. And I say like forgive, like I'm not too uptight. I read a lot of manga and I watch a lot of anime, let's face it. Like I'm pretty numb. As long as it's not like too fucking clearly hate filled. To some shitty jokes, because at the end of the day, like usually that's where Oda slips up, is in jokes. I forgot where I was going with that. I don't know, he's constantly trying to improve, and I think it's like the fact that he's like trying his best to get better as time goes on. Yeah, oh my god, how culturally different Japan is. Yeah, absolutely. Not saying that I agree with it, with them, and it's like, oh, they should be excused because of that. I'm like, no. Like, we should be trying to help the world move forward and treat people with respect. And that is kind of what he's doing, but he's also, like, his culture is built in one that is... I don't want to say behind, I really don't like how that sounds and how that's phrased, but also... Like, that's, I don't think I can think of a better off top of my head. It's a lot more conservative and, like, behind with, in terms of progressive movement than America is. And it's not just cultural things. It's definitely a lot of that, but that's not exclusively. But that's kind of the thing, though, is like, that's why we call it being progressive. We're trying to progress. We're trying to help people move forward and improve. And a part of that is like being excited whenever people are trying to improve rather than shaming them for not being caught up. That is something I think a lot of people, especially on the internet, kind of fail on when they're trying their best to be advocates and allies, is they, rather than being excited that people are getting better, they shame them for not being far enough. Which it's a very difficult subject, right? It's a very difficult thing to tell the differences between. But I think it's just the fact that someone wants to be better and wants to constantly be trying to get better. I think that's kind of like the most important thing. What am I doing? That is not the right block. Why am I using that? And I get it, it can be like really frustrating sometimes. But like, also like if you're lashing out at people for not being far enough when they're clearly trying, like you're not helping at all. You're making all of us look worse, and you're gonna make people less likely to agree with you because you're making yourself look like an angry, crazy person. And you know what? Maybe we are angry, crazy people, but god damn it, like no one's gonna listen to us if we look like it. Yeah, there's also just some people are only going to be able to learn so much, and you have to know where to pick your fights. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the next generation who are going to be the ones who make the most progress. Which is why it's important that, like, you know, some less blatant pieces of things like media and all that handle things correctly. That's why portrayal in media is so important. It normalizes And normalizing something is going to make it easier for the next generation to not see it as weird as they move forward and pass on to the one after. Bink, bink. Shit, where do I do this? Right here, right? Where I build this line is going to be different on like every window. I cannot remember where I put the line. Also, this isn't supposed to be. This is supposed to be these. Fuck. Come on. Come on, mouse. Bink, bink. Yeah, and I mean, like, I think, like, gay anime and manga are definitely, like, they've been a big thing for a while. More specifically manga, though. Because typically the focus when it comes to the animes or what animes get chosen are less focused on actually just being good romance series. But there's definitely, yeah, I think it's just because like a generation is coming out in a more culturally diverse and more like worldly connected society. And Japan is a country ruled by the old people. Which is why progress can be really slow at times. But like ultimately, like as we become a more globalized world through the means of like social media and the internet and stuff, like a lot of people are connecting a lot more with seeing views of the whole world, which I think a lot of more progressive mindset is being developed because of said views just being more accessible to them. It's like, oh, I don't have to be shitty. This is a lot better. Or like people don't feel as like alone, so they don't internalize a lot of hate. And it turned into them just doubling down and being even more of a fucking radical person because they had a gay thought once and they're like, no! Which a lot of fucking conservative movements in the West tend to do. Yeah, that's something I've noticed with a lot of older people is they get stuck on like very specifically what things are saying. I think just it's kind of a generational thing where things are very literal for older generations, which makes a lot of things that we do, which are a bit more about like, and a lot of like progressive movement nowadays, like we've made so much progress, right? We are a lot of movements like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that are like a lot more into getting into nuances, being a huge part of things, and a lot of our phrasing is a lot more about the nuances and not being so literal anymore, which can be very confusing for a generation that like looks at things very by the book, like by the cover, what is advertised to you. You know, they spent their whole life looking at things very like that. So once you get into things that are like, there's layers beneath just a saying, I've found that it can just be very confusing for them. And I think that's where a lot of it comes down to. But like ultimately arguing with old people is going to do a lot less than arguing with young, well, not arguing, but like, you know, teaching young people is going to do a lot more than teaching old people. I mean, not to say it's like don't bother teaching the older generations. They definitely can learn. A lot of time they just don't want to, or they're just too stubborn. Just because it's an era that sees things very black and white. But it's just like, you know, teaching the future generations is a lot more valuable in the grand scheme of things than teaching the past ones. What am I looking for? I need Acacia. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just looking through chests. That's a lot more of like what I mean though by like a lot of like people need to learn how to do a better job at like picking their battles. You know, you can't win everyone. We need to make some shears. Yeah, I think it just, for a lot of people, it scares them because they don't understand something, and like a willingness to learn is just a lot more gone. There's also like a selfishness. People only look at these things in context of themselves, whenever for most conservative people, it's like it has nothing to do with you. So they either are needing to make it about themselves, because that's just how their mind works, is they think very selfishly. They're like, but how does this affect me? And it's like, it doesn't. And they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I was raised on American exceptionalism. That's why a lot of the time it's very extreme in America. American exceptionalism is very fun. Even in non-countries that are not America, that mindset is spread. And just any form of exceptionalism. Being like, well, it can't not be about me. I need to make it about me. Or, because like fear-mongering, that's why fear-mongering always makes it about, that's why a lot of conservative movements and things make it about like, you know, they're after your kids, they're after you, they're after your family. Like, they understand that like people are more likely to believe you or listen to what you're saying if it sounds like it has something to do with them. People are a lot more just like, I think it's just like a kind of a human thing, right? Like, it's very human to think of yourself. You need to survive. Like, but like a lot of progressive movements are asking people is to ignore that, like, and realize it's not about you, which just is very hard for a lot of people. We, especially in the West, are built on this idea that of exceptionalism, where like everyone is unique and we all matter. Every single person has something to do with everything. It's about you, and it's like a lot of the time with progressive movements, it's like, it's not about you. You have nothing to do with it. But we still need you to help, because it's not about you that you are the ones with the most power to fix this. It's some sort of group that, and a lot of the time too, like a lot of these groups, the other side of that is the more explicit forms of racism, homophobia, transphobia, that kind of thing, where it's like, but this is the scapegoat that makes it easy for me to not hold accountability for my actions or things part of the world, because I like my life. My life is good, you know? I'm very happy with the way things are, and I don't want to admit that, like, the world I live in, that I'm happy with, has these problems, because, you know, changing that is scary. I don't want to change the way I live my life. It's good for me. And you're telling me that, like, and that's why, like, it's easy to put a target on progressive movements and like a lot of people who are needing this advocacy, because it's like they're the ones trying to change everything. But yeah, no, it has a lot to do about like how specifically Americans view themselves, but like a lot of how that Western mindset, like, as much as I hate to say it, that Western mindset, a lot of it is driven by America. We are hugely culturally influential on the whole world. We have done so good at like portraying ourselves as the greatest, that a lot of people just wholeheartedly believe that. I think, is that good? Did we get that done? And a lot of being the greatest to people means being perfect, which is just not true. I've heard this a lot from like members of my family and stuff too, whenever they hear people yelling about politics, and it's like, if you hate America so much, why are you here? And it's like, we're not mad because we hate it. If we hated it, we wouldn't be so upset. We're mad because we know we can do better. And that is a huge difference that like falls over people's heads, you know? Let's see. I wanna go to spectator mode. I wanna look at how this looks from all angles. I just wanna make sure we aren't like missing anything. I think this looks good. I think we got it. We need to slab up that front one, but I think we have the main roof done. I want to build more roof, just like connecting these four together and then like cap off the top. I do want the top, very tippy top, to be open still, like in a big circle. That way the beacons shine through. I want it to be like open air there in the center, but I want to connect these roofs together. I really like how this is coming along. I think this looks really fun. This is very cool looking. So I was just trying to remember my game modes. But yeah, for a lot of people, it's just like, it's hard to frame the world and not just being about you. That's really hard for a lot of people, and it's so culturally ingrained in us for like the longest time, right? Especially in America. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why it's like in America, it's so huge of a constant extreme. I'm not using oak logs for anything. We can throw those out. Which, like, you know, a level of pride is good. It's good to be somewhat proud of anything that you've achieved that is cool, like America. But like, when that pride comes in the form of like, comes out in a toxic sense, where it's like you cannot accept being claimed as anything less than perfect, that's just when it becomes like a problem. Oh, I love the cherry trees. They look so good. I hate chopping them down because they're a lot of work, but like ultimately they look fantastic. So I will take that. I think they're amazing. I think they're super duper cool. They're so pretty. Okay, let's finish up these window things. Yeah, okay, let's fix up these trims. I messed up these trims when I was setting this up. Let's do that one. Doot. Oh yeah, there's no such thing as America First. Like, the problem with America First is what America does affects the rest of the world. We are so central, and we put ourselves here, and it's not a good thing. We basically have the equivalent of a cultural monopoly, right? It's not quite exactly a monopoly, but like the whole world engages with not just culturally too, financially. Like the American dollar affects everyone else's income as well, because we have all the weapons and we have all the money. We are the global superpower. Same thing with all the other ones that we're constantly arguing about. your Chinas and your Russias and the whatnot. What does this look like at night? I love spectator mode, man. This is so useful. Look how nice this looks. I'm happy with this. I think this is a good looking build. It's not done, but it's pretty damn good. We're gonna put like proper walls up here so that way these rooms look a bit better, I think. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with how this looks. See, I'm lucky enough to where all I think of is this is the level. Oh, Sonic Mania is a great game. I love Sonic Mania. Alright, but that's all I got time for today. I gotta get ready for work. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Sorry it was a very political day. I don't mind talking politics, but I know it's not everyone's cup of thing. As long as it's something I actually have, like, opinions on anyways, or something I actually know about, because, you know, there's a lot of shit that I'm just not invested in enough to have an opinion on, nor am I knowledgeable enough to have an opinion on, because I was never invested enough to begin with. Yo, LNL's going. LNL. Yeah. No, don't give me an ad. Whatever. Go say hi to people. I gotta get ready for work. I don't want to go. I work the meat department. It's the 4th of July. Oh, we'll get it over with. We'll get it over with, and then I'll come home, and then I'll be pissed off that people are shooting fireworks all night long. We'll get through it. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.